friends. This is Dr. Hazel-Grace Yates, and I am with one of the other co-producers of the Virtual Intimacy Retreat. This is Major. Major, while I'm introducing Major, he's going to be doing something electronically back there. So look this way, look this way. Major and I met several years ago in Austin through the Authentic Relating community. And I'll tell you what, I have seen some impressive human beings transform and evolve in a short amount of time. And I would say I've never met a human in such a short amount of time transform literally before my eyes to become more and more empowered and taking up leadership space and supporting and leading people into more freedom and around being authentic human being, communicating honestly, sexuality, freedom, and you're leading Naked Ecstatic Dance. I could go on. You're a leader now for the Virtual Intimacy Retreat, and you're just blowing up, and you're teaching all kinds of workshops, and you're just going for it in it's a challenging field, I would say, to be a sex educator, sex positive leader, and I'm just like totally blown away. Anyway, it is an honor to be with you here, Major. How are you in this moment being with me in this conversation?
I'm always good to be with you. I feel a lot of joy. The day was full today, connected. The struggles of being a sexual educator came up today, so it's just like it's fresh. It's there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that it's fresh and it's there, is there anything on that you want to speak to?
Yeah, just the idea of like being shamed into living your truth and to be putting out so much energy so other people can heal and live their truth and be fully expressed, and to be shamed for that is was a shocker today. The fact that someone that I cared deeply about said my soul was lost because I give out a lot of love and hold a lot of space for people, and it was a heavy moment. And it's one of
Yeah.
those things where I have to take it and process it and just know how grateful I am to have this position and
Mm,
the
mm.
privilege to have all this information and to want to share it and to have a platform to share it. I'm just grateful, and I just have to remain grateful, even though there's some pain and processing of attachment that I need to do today.
Yeah. Um, so I can't remember the quote, but someone said something to me many years ago when I realized why not everyone is a leader and not everyone is doing transformational work in the world, because I imagine this is true for you. It's true for me. The bigger of a leader I am, the bigger my projection screen is,
Mm,
for the more amounts of projections that come at me.
mm,
And then I get to do some more work to love myself even more, to come from a place of like, okay, I
yep,
can be with that. Oh,
mhm.
I can be with that too.
I can do that. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that in my body. Letting it move through a little bit. I'm feeling it. Yes.
Um,
Mm.
well, and I'm imagining you're leading Naked Ecstatic Dance at the Virtual Intimacy Retreat. I'm imagining that one way that you like help yourself expand is through movement. Yeah.
Yes. I found ecstatic dance and realized that's why I haven't been able to meditate. It's because my body needs to move. I need to move things through me, and like I can't be stiff. I have to be able to just like let my body go, and it tells its story. It gives its praise. You know what I mean? It tells me what it needs, and I just move, and then it starts to like afterwards. I'm like clear, and things are just coming to me. My next move is coming to me. Like it's just like, and I think it's really, if I'm being why it connected to me, I've always been a dancer. So like once I started dancing and getting back into it, because I stopped dancing for a little bit and then got into ecstatic dance and realized that it's almost ancestral that I dance and I move my body. Like this comes from hundreds of years of thousands of years of my people just moving, and that's how we communicate. That's how we praise. That's how we got together. That's how we like
Mm,
get, like got
yeah.
things through as a community, as a tribe. So like that was like an aha moment for me to be like, oh, this is powerful. People in a
Uh-huh.
space of freedom, like you move and you let your body be. and you are allowed to be your body. Like we don't stop you or tell you how to move. There's no coordination, no formation. You just let your body go. And if you
Okay.
need to cry and scream and yell and shout while doing it, please do it.
Uh-huh.
And so
Well,
take
I was gonna ask, what is ecstatic dance? But you just explained, yo, what Major just said is ecstatic dance.
that's ecstatic dance based off of 5 rhythms, and like the idea of like the journey through life essentially allows all this emotion to come through. So yeah,
Yeah,
like it's a beautiful place.
yeah. I remember my first time I went to ecstatic dance. I was at Burning Man, and I think I was up the whole night before, and I was just like stumbling around, and then all of a sudden I was like, my body started moving, and I
Mm,
didn't know where I was, and then I started looking around, and like all these people were moving and dancing around me, and my body was like literally, I didn't even know I could dance. I didn't wasn't even like connected to being a dancer, and it was just like I was almost in tears because I was like, I don't totally know what's happening. And by the way, I was actually sober in this moment. I was totally like,
mm.
it was like a Sunday morning. Anyway, it changed my life, and I actually created Dance Utopia years later, which I don't even know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
I created Dance Utopia, which was a dance, yoga, meditation, healing arts retreat. And then I created weekly ecstatic dance in Denver. Oh my God, you're going to love this. Okay. So Rhythm Sanctuary in Denver is our weekly dance, right? It's huge. It's been happening for a long time. And I was very angry because men could dance without their shirts on.
Mm,
And I was very angry because I want to dance with my shirt off.
right.
And it's like, I say, you either get to have everyone gets their shirt off or no one gets their shirt off. Those are the two options for me, right?
Yeah.
So then I created my own weekly dance so that I could dance with my shirt off.
And
And
I wanted to, exactly. That's an exciting dance. I want everyone to just feel however you want to feel. If you want to take off your shirt, you want to take off your pants, just do it. And I don't want you to feel sexualized because your body needs to be fully out, and you don't want to, if you're sweating and you're jumping around, you just want to be free of things. You want to be free and allow your body to be as free as possible. And I wanted to allow my people to do that.
okay.
Ecstatic Dance was created for that. Like, look, our shirts, and we want to.
So you're not getting naked to get all sexual on each other?
Oh, we're getting naked to just fully express ourselves. Our clothes, just let that stuff get off of us for a moment, and we're
Uh-huh.
just beings in our powerful bodies, just
Uh-huh.
creating magic and ecstasy inside of us, and moving things through us, and allowing that shame of our bodies to be moved through us, because that is a part of, like, to me, like healing and growth. Sometimes it's just like this image of like these clothes are blocking us and holding in the shame because we have like this idea of like this naughtiness. There's like this naughtiness happening underneath all of this, when it's just power and skin and bones that help us walk and move and create. And it's just like we need to allow that to be out too. Like just let you be out. You know what I mean? Like just move around a little bit. I need to twiddle it around a little bit. Everything just needs to move. Everything needs to process something. So you know, it just
I'm getting hot, Major. I'm
let
getting hot. I'm taking it off. My thrift store find. I just thought
love it. It's
I got
beautiful.
all dressed up for you, Major.
Thank you. You know how I like it. I'm feeling
I know you do. Okay, so tell me, have you always loved your body?
ooh, not at all. Um,
I mean, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, could you have imagined being naked and dancing with a group of people?
10 years ago, I always had a desire, probably, I would assume. In the last 10 years, I had a desire to be more free. Like, that was a journey that I knew I was on. Like,
Uh-huh.
to break all of this indoctrination. I knew that. Like, I
Mhm.
was aware of that.
Mhm.
Um, but, like, growing up, I was, like, a a chubby kid. So I got called chubby. And my family would tell me that. And, I grew a complex in the body dysmorphia. By the time I was 19, I was probably really, really slim. Looking back at pictures, I was really slim. Never
Uh-huh.
could see it. I couldn't see it. And so a lot of times, um, like looking back at myself, it was like I wish I could have known that you like it didn't matter that I was fit. It like cool that I was fit, but I couldn't see it. When I looked in the mirror, I saw somebody that was overweight, and
Mm,
I was really slim at times.
mm,
And
mm,
like I just couldn't get past like what I was told and what people's vision and projection of me or their reflection of me. I couldn't get it out.
mm-hmm.
I couldn't get that out of my system for years up until I was 30. Like some my friends would tell you, I always had a body image issue. Like my face, if my face looked rounder in pictures, I would never post my headshots. I was an actor, and I wouldn't post headshots because I always thought my face looked so round. And so it was like, I don't like these. And my friends would joke about it, knowing, like, you know what I mean? So it was like one of those things where I just allowed a lot of outward information to come in and like affect
Uh-huh.
how I felt to my, like, how I felt. And
Yeah.
to, it might have been a regional burn or Naked Tuesday in Houston was one of my first naked events.
Uh-huh.
Terrified, but I was like getting into the burning community. So I was like, just do it, let's go. And I went and I remember taking off my clothes and like feeling a little shy and wanting to hide. And I remember like staying out the night and like the way I felt after I left of just like being like, oh, my body's okay. Oh, no one like gave me any negative feedback or people were talking to me. People were like, we were dancing. I just had such a beautiful time and I didn't have clothes on. But it wasn't like a sexual thing. It was just because I mean I was able to have sex, and also I was able to like be sexualized. If I wasn't being sexualized, it was more of uncomfortable just being naked.
Oh, right.
So just being a body was a lot more like there's a lot of internal movement. I'm just like, what's I don't I this is not right. I'm soft. I'm flaccid. I'm flaccid. I didn't do 15, 30 push-ups to bulk real quick. You know what I mean? It was just like a lot of things happening in your mind. And then after just like having one wonderful, just beautiful time, I was like, okay, so that felt really good. I want to push into this. I want to lean into this a little more to see what it could do for me because I know I'm well aware that I have this body
Mm-hmm.
issue. So I wanted to like push into that, and the more I leaned into it, the more I accepted my body, and the more now I like the way it looks is the way it looks. Like, do I work out all the time now? No, but guess what? It's a very able, capable body that is doing what it does. It creates, it moves, it dances, and I'm okay with that. And I think it's beautiful. And now I feel comfortable just being
Yeah.
take off my shirt without thought.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. Well, um, but yeah, it was a journey into like really loving my full self,
Mm-hmm.
every part of my body, every part of
Yeah.
my experience. I just need to get to that point of like, I love you and I appreciate you and thank you
Mm,
for getting me to where you've gotten me.
mm,
If
mm,
even if it wasn't fully able, you got me this far. You are continuously pushing me forward.
mm,
I had to just love my body and appreciate it fully. And like to get to a space like that just feels like full. Like, you know what I mean? Like just full in my body. I'm okay. I love him.
mm, mm.
You did good.
uh, you know, what I'm really loving about this conversation right now is that I imagine most people would look at you and your body, and you're a man and you're fit. Probably that's how people would see you. And they would probably think this man's never had an issue of how he looks in his whole lifetime. And I think a lot of people out there don't think that men have body dysmorphia and
Mm,
body shame and body image. And it's pervasive. And I think it's way more pervasive than it's talked about, especially around men. So I love that you're bringing this forward and you're sharing your authentic story with us.
thank you. Honestly, there's so much about my body that has been shamed throughout. Like being a black man, there is a pressure to have a 11-inch penis.
Mm, mm,
There's been a pressure since I was aware of that for a very long time. And
mm,
not reaching 11 felt like I was less than, that
mm,
my sex wasn't necessary. My sex couldn't be used. I couldn't give pleasure. I didn't deserve sex. So there was like a learning, and even that of like my genitals are okay. My
mm,
genitals are powerful. They are full of pleasure. It gives a lot of pleasure. And
Mm.
and not everyone wants an 11-inch penis. And that was a thought growing up that I really believed that you, most people want a very large penis. And I'm like, yeah. And I learned that was not true. And I've even told I've been too large. And I was like, huh, just to think. If I would have just been able to tell myself when I was a teenager, a lot of shame and pain could have been erased. Um, yeah, it's
Wow.
a lot of stories and a lot of things in the media that tell us that our bodies aren't enough and they need to
Yeah.
be more. And we battle that. All of us, we all go through that. Our bodies, we're told our bodies aren't enough. Everybody is, and I want to create space to let everybody know your body is perfectly the way it is and it's powerful and it creates magic. And let's do that together. And
Mm.
our bodies do, like some male bodies do a lot of things without our control, like an
Mm.
erect penis can happen. It's not because I'm necessarily, a,
Or bodies that have cocks, maybe.
yes, bodies that have cocks can be aroused. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, I love you. And that's a thing that we have no control over that, and
Yeah.
it can happen,
And
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 it,
that can be shamed a lot.
it can be shamed a lot, and that's the thing. A space of just like that happens. We
Mm.
need to let that be what it is. I'm not gonna punch it down. I'm not gonna hit it unless
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's just a space of just accepting fully my body and what it does.
So people can show up. They can dance if they want to dance.
Mhm.
They can do cartwheels, that they can stretch, they can meditate, they can move or not move however they want.
Mhm.
They can have their clothes on, or they can have their clothes off, or they can put them on, take them
But
off, put them on,
exactly.
take them off.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. And then another question I have is, um, what's it like being on the producer team right now for this virtual intimacy retreat?
It's been y'all. Okay. So y'all are really pushing the pendulum forward and doing a lot of work on trying really hard to make spaces that are very inclusive and create equity for people. And that, to me, I'm learning a lot in that space. And to
Mm,
be around people that are like really truly in the heart space of like, we have to do this, we have to change this, we
yeah,
have to do better than what we've been doing.
yeah,
Like we're outreaching, you're trying to connect to so many things, and on top of that is a beautiful thing. And then to be able to reach out and to connect to all these facilitators and all these people that are creating magic out in this world to jump on board to like come help us out, let's show us your magic, give your light to these people. What is your knowledge? And like to be able to do that feels really beautiful. And to work with you essentially are the reason I'm in all of this stuff. Like a few years ago, I met you, and it's like there's been a huge shift in my life. And so the fact that I'm doing it with Hazel-Grace Yates is like, did not see this coming. It's been a beautiful journey, and I'm very grateful that this is where my life is right now. And it's time because I asked for this year. I need to branch out of Austin. I need to be able to branch out. And then this COVID happened. And now it's like, I got it. And I got it. Like, it was a moment of being like, I got what I asked for. And I got what I asked for. It doesn't matter how it looks. How it looks. I got what I asked for. And I just have to be like, wow, full of gratitude. And that's just what
Mm.
it is.
Uh, well, I'm glad that you're bringing your magic, and yeah, it's just such an honor and a blessing to be around you and be on the team with you, and um, inviting all the people to come dance and take your clothes off if you want to.
Yes, please. I'm gonna make a fun playlist. My playlists are usually really good. Everyone um, so come hang out, come dance.
Not to be too boastful, but
Yeah, come create that inner ecstasy and just like get it out. There's a lot going on in our community right now, in our culture, in the society, in the world.
yes,
It's just a lot happening. So we need to move
yes.
through things and
Uh-huh.
listen to what we're being told that we need to bring into it. So just come with me. Come on.
Okay, my love. We're gonna say goodbye to the peoples.
All right. Bye bye,
Love
peoples.
you all.